All right, in a bowl, I want you to put 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I want you to put 2 cups of rye flour, and I want you to put 1.5 teaspoons of salt, which is right here. You're going to put it to the side, okay? This is called a country style sandwich bread. But what we're putting into it is stuff that you would not think of, and we're going to make something very unique. Now, I have potato water, so I told you I'm going to use potato water. They say 1 2/3 cup of warm water, but I'm using the potato water that we had from the potatoes that I cooked. Okay, so go ahead and pour it in here to show you that you can use these things. I mean, you don't have to say I can't use it. You can't. And it's 1 2/3 cups that you need. See, just like that, we're going to use it. No reason wasting it. Let's put it to use. All right, you need 1 package of yeast. That's 2 1/4 teaspoons if you have it in the jar. I have mine in the jar. It's cheaper for me. Always check those yeast dates, or you'll find out you're going to make a very bad mistake. Because if your yeast is old or you don't store it properly, it will die, and that's not what you want to happen. Now, they usually say, if it's warm water, it's got to be tepid. You'll have to heat the water up just till it's wrist temperature. In other words, you won't feel it. Then you've got it just right. I know the potato water is loaded with sugar, so this will love it very, very much, so I'm not going to wait. I never do. Oh, no, I'm not going to do this. All right, what we're going to do next is really going to be weird. But we want 1/3 cup of dill water from dill pickles. All right, so you want 1/3 cup of water from here, and we'll strain it when we pour it in because we don't want the seeds. Oh, listen, people go in all sorts of directions making things. This way we keep the seeds out. Now, we also want 1 tablespoon of dried dill. Okay, now if it's fresh dill, please use a high that, a teaspoon. If it's fresh, they want a whole tablespoon. Now, they did not say they want the greens, so if you want the greens, it's 3. I think they want dill weed instead. See, let me see if I have dill weed. Okay, it's evident they don't want dill seed. They want the dill weed. So if you're using dry, it's a tablespoon. If it's fresh, they want 3 tablespoons. So we need a tablespoon of dill weed in this. Hi, Mamba. Okay, so 1 tablespoon of this. If you have fresh, remember it's 3. When you use dry, you always use 1/3 of the seasonings. Always remember that. Okay, let's see what else I have to. Okay, we're going to start adding the flour. I already gave you the flour mixture to put together. That's it. So we're going to be adding about 1/2 cup at a time and beating it in. I'm not using a mixer. Nemesis, good morning again. Yes. Floating Heart, thank you very much. Benita, I think I said it right. Mitch. I tell you, it moves so fast. I try to get names down and then I lose it. Here it is. Here's the roast that we did. Just pour the gravy or drippings that are in the pan over it, and that's it. It smells so good. I haven't cut it or fixed it yet or packed it up yet. Australia, good evening. It's good morning over here. Thank you, Mitchman. So let me turn this down. I'm not going to be able to read everything. So the roast came out really nice. I've got the pickled beets there, and I've got the potatoes, the, what did I call them? Truffle mashed potatoes. I got the pie over there. And this is a sandwich bread that I'm making. It's not a sourdough, it's just regular. Thursday night, it's Thursday morning here. Now this is a bread recipe I've had for years and I haven't made. But using pickle juice will give it a different flavor. So see, we add a lot of different things to the breads, but as long as you have a good ratio, you can pretty much work with it. If I remember it correctly, it's 3 cups of flour to a cup of liquid. If I remember. Okay. So we might need a little more flour. That's it, Sandra. Drink it. Yeah, I think today is going to be a good day. Oh, tomorrow my coffee pot's finally coming in. I got an espresso pot coming in. They say it's a good one. It's a small one. I am not going to let my sons use it for every day. I will strangle them. Okay, we have another half a cup of all-purpose flour we're going to have to add to this. Put that there. I shouldn't need any more, but just in case. Okay. Now, I thought this would be an interesting one to do. Mitch, I'm in New York. I'm in the state of New York. I'm running water to get hot water there. Good morning, Ben. We call this a country style bread. I guess the woman who created this recipe was in the country. And she used her pickle juice as the liquid. It's almost 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Hi, Kimberly. We gotta work all this flour in. From Indiana. Yeah. 8:58? No, it's not. Oh, yeah. You're right. I said around 9. I had to clean the kitchen up. Man, I had dishes on the counter over there. I had no place to pull the roast out. That's why I couldn't show anybody. Somebody said, where's the roast? Well, it's in the oven because I have to make room for it. Good morning, chillin'. Lamb, hello from Ohio. So this is only going to make one loaf today. But I had so much to do this morning. I wanted to get it started early, so I might be running late today and have to stay up late. Yes, it is a wholesome. It's going well, Norris. I have to go. Listen, I'm gonna have to turn this up while I knead. I can't knead and Geo. Dough, what do you mean? Falling apart. You have to work it. You need it. You have to have the right ratios. I think the ratio, if I remember correctly, I'm not sure offhand, is you'd think as much bread as I make, I would remember. I think it's 1 cup of liquid to 3 cups of flour. And the dough will not fall apart. Now, if you're talking about pastry, you're not explaining which dough you're talking about. Geo. North, east. Nemesis, I am. Reese, what bread are you making? We're making a country style sandwich bread. Matter of fact, I woke up. Listen to this crazy sandwich. I was shown that in a dream, knowing me, I would think it. It says to make sliced onion, and to sit there and take mushrooms and slice them, right? Saute them in butter. Then take, I'm thinking of Munster cheese or pepper jack, and getting roast beef and making grilled sandwiches with that. That's because you didn't have enough flour. You keep on adding flour. Never go past the amount the recipe says, but on a damp day, you'll find you use more. On a dry day, you use less, because remember, the air quality and the moisture in the air will also dictate that. So I'm thinking, well, I better buy some roast beef at the deli because it's cut real thin and I don't feel like cutting it real thin. And I'll sit there and saute onions and mushrooms together in butter, and buy, I don't know if it should be Munster cheese, and I'll buy a sourdough because it's cut thin and it's already ready for me. And so that's what I was dreaming when I woke up, and I said, God, that does sound good. No, I have not, Isaiah. I have not had it at all. I haven't had any coffee. I haven't even had breakfast. I just had a piece of fruit, and I still got to make my vegetable stock, and I still have to make my biscuit mix so I can make calzones. Oh, that sounds good. Yo. Yes, it is. But I gotta see about this loaf. If I can't, I'll buy a sourdough, though it's not sourdough. I know it's vinegar. I'll be right. Do another hanky. Can you catch that mouse for me, young man? I feel like it, Nemesis. We're big eaters at this house. If you're going to feed the family, I told my friend, she invited us to dinner. I said, okay, I'm going to tell you right now. See my sons, they eat half a chicken each. So if you're going to have fried chicken, you better think 2 chickens. One for the 4 adults and one for those 2, because they'll eat it. And that's not counting everything that goes with it. So we're big eaters. We enjoy the food. It's good, delicious, and it's different. Every time you make a recipe and it's different, it's not the same one, they get so excited. If you're going to repeat a recipe, make sure there's a long spread between it. So when they have it again, it's like a new sandwich or like a new dish that you're making. So I spend a lot of time here, just, getting these things together for them. I don't mind doing it. My husband and I put a lot of time and effort into food. That's why I have all this equipment, because my husband wanted me to be able to make whatever I wanted to make. I mean, he got the wrong bowls, and he and I were arguing. I said, I cannot use metal and glass bowls. I needed ceramics. He finally got ceramics, and I said, see, my bread rises. He said, I thought you could use any bowl. I said, no. So then he started buying me different bowls. Yeah, but the thing is we work hard too. Okay, so don't think we just sit around when we eat. We get up. I mean, they work. One goes to the gym and the other one walks. I mean, he walks and walks. I'll tear this house up and then I'll go out into the garden and do it. Tear up that or plant this or do something. I'm not as active as a 20 or a 30-year-old. Come on now, I am 73. But if you take a look at most 73s, most of them are in the nursing home. I'm not. I'm still going, and I hope to continue going. I will probably die one day in this kitchen or either from exhaustion when I go to sleep. You see how this is coming out so smoothly? Now this is going to take how long to rise? 2 hours. I figured as much. It's got rye in it. Every time I do rye. But it has such a nice smell for pickle. I crawled up into into a chair to help my mother grease her pans, and that was my first job in the kitchen. So I've been at it. Thank you, Boo Boo. I'm trying to think of what I want to make next on Come Cook With Me. I wanted to show you quick breads and stuff. Simple things to get you into it. And thank you, Shylin. Shylin. Yo. So, I don't know what to do next for you guys. What to do. So I'm thinking about, I want to move more forward with you guys. We might try making cookies or something like that. I haven't decided, but I want to give you simple things to work with so you can get accustomed to handling things. And then we'll get more complicated, like making applesauce biscuits and stuff like that. I don't want to jump you into something and then it doesn't work and then you get upset and you can't do it. I've already given the French bread. My mother loved that. Bread is good. Don't underestimate it. The bread is very good. You can use it for so many things. It's just that was the only bread she liked and she made me make it a lot. I'm not overly, I try to go everywhere else. 2 ingredient, it would have to be a self-rising bread. Because if you just add flour and water, that is going to be a flat bread. You'd have to, because water is also, a liquid is also an ingredient. So you have to be think about it. If you promise my name, I pronounced your name wrong. Shaylin? Is that how it's pronounced? Hi, Nemesis. Yogurt. I have to make self-rising. No, I haven't made a yogurt in a self-rising. I use my self-rising once in a while, but I make my own. Today I have to make some all-purpose flour. I am out, and I know I'm going shopping tomorrow, but I'm a little tight for money, so I might have to make it. Shaylin. Okay, that's a beautiful name. What does it mean? Okay. I'm going to just need this a little. Yo, that's very nice to say, but I don't think they like a lot of old people who sit there and like to get into it. No, it's beautiful. I just don't know what it means. Yes, Betty, I promised I'd be back. You missed the early. I started a little early because I got things done right away. And this bread we're making is a country style sandwich bread. But I'd love to know what your name means, Shay. Shaylin. Shaylin. It's so nice. I thought it was Native American. What does it mean? I kept on saying, Shaylin, it sounds so American. It's a beautiful name. I would make everybody pronounce it right. And that was my name. Okay, this, I can't believe we're using pickle water on this, dill pickle water, but it smells good. It's got rye and all-purpose in here, but we've got to make some all-purpose flour. I don't know if you guys know how to make it. Yeah, Betty, isn't that a beautiful name? Shaylin. I mean, it's got to mean something. It's such a beautiful name. I mean, that is like, what was the name we named our daughter? Liliani. Now that's another beautiful name, and it means heavenly flower. You know, there are just some names that you go, oh, Shaylin is one of those names, you know, that you can go, oh. Jose. Joseph, my husband did not train me. Breakfast already in the morning. The only thing I had for breakfast was a pear. So pretty. Jack, I am doing good. I'm making this bread, and then I have to I've got to make some all-purpose flour so I can make some biscuit mix. So I can make some calzone, a calzone, a hamburger calzone. Just 2 sons, my daughter died. Yeah, the pear was very, very sweet. I really enjoyed it. No, Betty, my daughter died at 7 months. Many, many years ago. You know, you'd think that I would think about putting towels close by so I don't spill water all over the floor. I aborted her, naturally. We were painting, and all of a sudden I got severe cramps. And I started vomiting, and the next thing I knew is I bent over and I passed her. And no, I'm not a grandmother. My sons don't have children, so I'm not a grandmother. But a lot of you call me grandma, so I think I've got a very big family on this channel. Germany, I am fine. From Germany. I'm just going to say Germany. Okay, I can't pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. I'm going to mess it up. Yeah, but I have to make all-purpose flour first. Then when we make the all-purpose flour, then I'm going to go and make the biscuit mix. Yeah, I make all of those too. Okay, I need some oil. So I'm trying to think, come cook with me. What can we do next together? And I'm just sort of lost right now. So many of you know certain recipes, but I've got to find something that's different for you to branch out your horizons. You know, this is how I think. So maybe we might try making a brownie. Yes, I did. Yes, I'm having a good day. I'm having a fun day today. Oh, Betty, is she in the military or was her husband? Butter. If you knew how margarine is made, you would not take margarine. They take rancid oil and they make it. That's why I don't use margarine. I'm not going to use margarine. I have a recipe for rainbow cookies and they want me to use margarine. I don't want to use margarine. That's why I haven't made it. Reuben's. Oh, that That'll be good. Oh, Reuben's on rye. Are you going to put seeds, the bread with seeds? Yeah, okay. Uh, all right, let's see. Sernat. I think I said that right. Okay. Okay. Betty. Betty. No, she's in the medical field and he's a scholar. Oh, okay. Okay. We're going to let this bread rise. I'm going to wipe this counter and get my all-purpose, how to make all-purpose flour so I can make some, so I can make those calzones. Not today, but they'll be coming up, I told you. Okay, I'm going to need, let's see, I got to go get that cookbook. I'm not going to be able to do it without that cookbook. This is my cookbook that I've been putting together on these things that I can never, ever remember. All right. Yogurt, detergent, or cheese, cottage, creams, light and dark brown sugar, pepper, condensed milk, coffee, baking powder, prepared horseradish, dehydrated sour coffee creamers, self-rising flour, and biscuit mix. I tell you, I collect things. I am notorious. Well, I guess everybody does. If you're into tools, you get a lot of tools if you're working construction and stuff. Come on, I got to get you back in here. I had all this stuff written on paper. Little pieces of paper that I had all over the place. So I had to write them out. So I have my biscuit. It's self-rising. No. Well, we'll make the biscuit first. I'll get to the self-rising after I have enough self-rising. I have all-purpose. Yeah, I have enough that I can make this first. I gotta plug you in before I lose you. We're making country-style sandwich bread, and right now I'm making a biscuit mix. Mix so I can make calzones. Because the recipe says I have to make calzones. So I've got to make calzones. I need to make biscuit. So I think I need my food processor on this. So if you want to make your own biscuit mix without preservatives, where is this place? This is in my kitchen. I'm not a midwife. Oh, I am so glad. That's very nice, Betty. Sounds like she's got a very good man. Okay. Now, if you don't like preservatives, you'll be able to make your own biscuit mixture. The only thing is that you're going to have to keep it in the refrigerator in a jar because it has oil in it. Now, if the ones they make with the oil, they sit there and have a preservative to keep it from going bad. Okay. your biscuit mix, remember that if you use a strong oil, it's going to come through. So try to use a mild oil. I like sunflower or safflower because it doesn't leave the flavor. Olive oil, I think, would be too strong. You'll learn in a minute. All right, all-purpose flour. I got enough to make this. I can always make all-purpose flour later. You need baking powder and salt as well. Baking powder and salt. You can use iodized salt if you wish. I'm using my salt mixture, and I'm not using the baking powder from the store. I'm using my own. And you're going to need a light oil. Okay, let me find a light oil. Safflower, measuring spoons. Right. All right. Now I'm going to double this recipe, but understand I will read it off for single. But I'm making enough to fit into a quart jar, and I can use it. All right. So I need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Did I just? Oh, here it is. Make sure you level it off. If you don't level it off, don't shake it. Press something, use your finger, do something, but level it off. Or you'll cause the ratio to be different, and then it'll end up being heavy. We're making biscuit mix. Okay? So we have 2 cups of flour here. You want a tablespoon of baking powder. And you need a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm using my salt mixture. We have to mix this up. So I'm going to run the machine. I want this thoroughly mixed so when we go to add the oil, it'll work. Now we need 2 tablespoons of oil. We have to drizzle this in carefully. Is this a hole in here? Yeah, I'm going to do it my way. I'm not going to use that. I'm a little stubborn once in a while. Can't pour this in all at once. You understand that? It's going to blend it in. You'll see the textures change. That's it. And you'll see it looks just like biscuit. See? It's very easy to make. And they kept it a secret for so many years. And he actually got the idea when they were on a train traveling, and they noticed biscuits usually take a certain time. You have to measure out the ingredients all. But the biscuits came out so quick after the guy had it. He sat there and went in the back and asked, how could they get the biscuits done so quickly and so light? And the chef on the train told him that the dry ingredients were already mixed together. And all what they had to do was to add the liquid, knead it, and they came out like that. So he took that idea. It was a chef's idea, but this guy took it, put a patent on it, and made it, and now you have biscuit that you can buy in the store. But he's got preservatives in it because he can't keep it fresh. Now, I put mine in a quart jar, a wide mouth quart jar. You'll need it. Oh, what's the sense of that? Where did I put it? I need this. I just fed my yeast, so I used my funnel. Now I need my funnel. And I'll put it in the refrigerator and it will last. And this is ready for the calzones that I want to make. But I'll have to buy stuff because my son ate what was supposed to go in this. So now you know how to make biscuit on your own, and if you don't want the preservatives, you can make it. How long does this last in the refrigerator? I don't know. I've left it in for months and then gone and used it with no problem. So I don't think there'd be any problem with it. It can last for a good while. I usually add whole wheat, but I just made a plain all white one. Now, if you want to make a whole wheat one, take a half a cup of flour away and add a half a cup of whole wheat, and you have a light whole wheat biscuit mix that works very well. Do not go out of your way and make 100% whole wheat. It won't work. It's too heavy. I already tried it. It doesn't work. So just letting you know. Do a 360. What's that? That's a circle. Hi. So now I have my biscuit mix right here, and that's how you make it. Now the light whole wheat and this one are very, very good, but I always make enough for a quart, so that's why I do it like this. This has got to go in the refrigerator because of the oil. My sons don't even know what's in there. They say, Mommy, everything's in a bottle. How am I supposed to find it? Now, I'm going to have to make some all-purpose. I got to find my all-purpose. I know how to dehydrate my sourdough culture. Oh, yeah, I've got it all here. I wrote it all down. Sure, it does. All what you got to do is take some time, and let me see if I can see my self-rising flour recipe. I've got to find that one. I have it somewhere. It's special measurements. It comes out just like what you buy in the store. If you have cake flour, which is known as spring wheat, and you have a bread flour, which is known as winter wheat, you can make your all-purpose flour once you have the ratios down. Shoot. I bet you I have it on a piece of paper, and I haven't put it in here yet because I need these cards to write it down. Self-rising flour. Now, I know how to make my own self-rising flour too. If I need a recipe and it calls for it. Oh, good, you stopped the bleeding. Okay. As long as I don't hit you, I should be fine. Stay away from blades and don't cut myself. Self-rising cornmeal. Homemade pasta. Chicken luncheon meat. Pumpkin spice. Okay, you're not there. maybe here. Oh yeah, I have recipes everywhere. You would not believe. Yes, it does save money. Now, I don't know where I put it. That's the cantaloupe muffins. Okay, that's cojito there. Spinach pies, the French pie. Okay. Lebanese meat pies. Oh, I love those. Crispy rice. I gotta work on that one. That one didn't come out. Canned tapioca pudding. Hankara. Raspberry jalapeno jam. That's good. What is this? Oh, that recipe. Orange curd corn syrup. I got that. Rainbow cookies. Maybe pineapple blondies. Oh wait, I have a lot here. Pumpkin cobbler. Cola. Water sugar. Okay. Tomato paste. I doubt I'll ever make. Hummingbird bread. That's I can't give that one up. Jasmine rice. About the chemicals in jasmine rice. Cantaloupe. Lime muffins. Double apricot. Christmas muffins. Don't tell me I have it somewhere else. I'll be looking for it for the whole day trying to find it. See what I mean? I write everything down. That's why I went and bought this. All I have to do is get some more cards and I can put it in this cookbook and I'll have everything where I knew I had it. I just have to find everything. This is like my gold mine. And you'd think with all the cookbooks I have, I wouldn't have individual recipes. I do. Where did I get the apricots from for supper? You mean? I bought them in the store. But apricot jam. I wonder if I could make apricot butter. That'd be interesting. Okay. Don't you bleed on me. All right. Bread flour. Bread flour. All right. Cake flour has less protein than bread flour. Bread flour has more protein. Okay. High, seen, deft. All right. So cake flour is. No. You just want to sell me something, or my insurance will sit there and say, you've got to go see your doctor. I'm going to mail you a colonoscopy kit. Did you use it? Drop dead. Cake flour, we have to sift this stuff. We could put it in the food processor, which would make it easier for you. But what it is you need cake flour and bread flour. Those are the only two things you need. Let me see. Sift, 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 sift. See, I don't want to hurt my finger. This is what I'm thinking about to save my hand. Okay. I'm going to sift it. Let me get my cake flour. Sandra, you are literally making a mess everywhere. Yeah, I know I am. That's why I write in my cookbooks. I got tired of people stealing everything. They say, oh, can I have that recipe? And because I had them on little pieces of paper and stuff like that, you know, they find them. So you put them in a book, keep them to yourself. Okay? What temperature for what? About an hour. They want the internal temperature at 50 to 55. They say put the thermostat, the thermometer at an angle so you don't go into the stuffing, that you only stay into the meat. Okay, Sandra. All right. This is the cake flour. Where did I put my recipe? I need all these recipes. All right, I'm going to put 1 cup of cake flour. Measure out level or it's not going to come out. And we have to add 2 tablespoons. Then we'll get the bread flour and do that. And it'll be just like what you buy in the store. If you make cakes and you have all-purpose flour and cake flour and bread flour because you make bread, you don't have to buy all-purpose. You can make it. Doo-doo. Since I'm doubling this, we need 1 cup of bread flour. Okay, all we have to do is sift it and stir it, and you've got it. All-purpose flour. Isn't that easy? They do recommend stirring it around just to make sure you get it all mixed, and it feels and acts just like your all-purpose. The temperature for the roast? What was it? I don't remember. I said it in the video. $3.75. Where did I just put that? I just had that. Oh, here it is. So that's how you make all-purpose flour. That's how you make biscuit. Very easy, very simple. A, B, C, D. Okay, now the bread's got to rise. They said that's going to take 2 hours. I'll be back when it's time. Sal. That's for the roast. Silent. Well, don't you start. God, this is going to start bleeding again. Oh, I took my Band-Aids upstairs. Okay. Okay. I'm going to hold this. We made all-purpose flour. We made a biscuit mix, so you don't have to buy it in the store. And we just finished the roast and the truffle mashed potatoes, and the pie was done yesterday. This is all that we have. Silent. So that's what we're doing. I showed them how to make biscuit mix. They can make their own. And I showed them just now how to make their all-purpose flour. If you have cake flour and you have bread flour, you can make your all-purpose. Then you don't have to trust them to do that for you. And it's better if you get unbleached instead of bleached flour, because the bleach that you use for the clothes is what they use to bleach the flour. When you buy bleached flour to push the process faster, when you buy, all flours are going to turn white once, you know, they're going to bleach naturally. So the unbleached takes a little longer. They charge a few pennies, but you don't get the bleach that can hurt your body. So when it's done naturally, so always remember that when you do it. My family and I, thank you, Betty. So that's everything for today. I'm going to put this all-purpose flour up because I really am running out of all-purpose flour. I'll probably make some more, but I got to go get another Band-Aid. That Band-Aid got soaked and came off. Yeah, it's always good for this kind of information. I always, like I said, I write them on papers. I'm trying to put the cookbook together so I can remember all of this stuff. It's very hard trying to keep it all up in your head. That's why women wrote these things down and handed them down as they learned these things. All right, so listen, I'm going to have to let all of you go. I will be back when that bread rises, and we'll finish it up. But right now, my finger is calling, and I've got to put this flour up. So I want all of you to take care. Probably, the bread takes anywhere from an hour to, they said 2 hours. It's 9:40, 9:30, 10:30, 11, somewhere around 11:30, 12. It should be up where it's supposed to be. And then we will continue. I might come early if it rises faster. I never know. But all of you take care for now. I have to go take my finger back up. Okay? Bye-bye.